You all have asked the question, like, how long have I been doing this? So I'm gonna start with my jump story first. So in 1996, I told you all I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. So first of all, when I was 7, I was ironing clothes. I knew how to make my coupons. I knew exactly who to give them to. And I've ironed 2 things for $1. When I turned 13, I was selling jumbo jawbreakers at school until my principal told me it was no soliciting. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? He said, that means I can't come back to school. I was like, no, I won't do that no more. I like school. This is my safe haven, you know. But when I was 16, Jump started their first summer leadership program for teenagers. And it was called LEAP. And so I started my first legitimate company at 16. We walked into the bank and we got a bank loan for Leap into Action. And we started a printing company. And with that printing company, we produced a newsletter. So I wrote for the newsletter, I edited the newsletter, and then I walked up and down Jefferson and sold advertising space for the newsletter. And then after it was produced, I went right back up and down Jefferson and sold the newsletter to all those same business owners, okay? It was probably a group of like 6 or 7 of us. We cut checks, I cut checks for $600 some odd dollars for each person. And then I learned about dissolving the business and immediately did that because they did none of the work. Like literally the executive director at Jump at the time gave me the title executive director of our organization because it wasn't my title, but I did all the work. So I knew that I was going to be a business owner at a very early age. It was apparent. So I have been consulting since 2005. I think is when I first started my first consulting business. And it went from personal business consulting to now it's a whole holistic thing. I was mentioning earlier how I used to wear 2 hats. One was like the healer, the other one was the business development person. And now I wear both because I like to bridge the gap between inner healing and outer success because they are directly connected. My conversation started being less about the recipes and the buzz on the floor of the restaurant and more about what's going on at home, what's going on in the heart space. So I started studying energy more. The more I started studying energy and metaphysics, I started seeing the direct connection between energy and the profit line. And then about 8 years ago, I ended up in Colorado on a consulting gig. I was consulting some folks that were con artists. And not only were they conning money out of the customers, but they got me basically for all my money too. I ran out of money and got stuck there, had to rebuild my entire life. But in that, I also rebuilt my business to know that I would never work with anybody who only had money on the line. So you have to have a double profit line for me to hire you because I hire my clients, they don't hire me. So how long have I been doing this? I've been running my mouth and running businesses my entire life. It's the only thing I really know how to do for sure, and I know that I'm great at. It's my sport of choice. Okay? So today we are going to go through a lot. I'm going to share some information. I'm going to be getting some information. This is going to be interactive. You don't need to just sit there and look cute because I don't get to just stand up here and look cute. Okay? But we are definitely going to dig into some things because that's what I want to make sure that you walk out of here feeling equipped, feeling empowered, and feeling like you're ready to make some lasting impact through Jump. Okay? Any questions before we get started? Anything that you want to make sure that we hit